Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and back with a new unboxing video once again because I received mail pretty early in the process of moving into my new place. So this has been sitting here for a few weeks. Came in on March 30th actually, so that's been like 4 weeks, but I hope it's not too bad that it's been sitting here because I had things to do and stuff and settle in. Came in from the Out Records label from Italy, which you know pretty well from my channel because they've been sorting me out with quite a lot of stuff, and I'm recently in the process of sorting all the CDs that I got sitting in my collection in my archive and stuff, and I found like a big stack of their CDs, but this time it seems to be vinyl. So let's have a look what is in there. Pretty heavy, might be 2 albums in here, so let's check that out. And today is May 1st, which does mean, of course, that the Patronage 5 record, the compilation on Rave Records, has been released with our track or remix for TG Maus Distance, the Sascha Müller and baze.djunkiii Particle Disorder remix, which is available on BANDCAMP and in a lot of stores worldwide. There's a few videos regarding that compilation on my channel, of course, and as it's BANDCAMP Friday, I have had like a surprising lot of orders coming in from like Sweden and from Ireland and from France, and I've been packing orders and will ship a lot of stuff tomorrow. So if you are seeing my channel and have ordered like 7-inch vinyl off of me, which you can still do in the end card, there's a BANDCAMP link. Your stuff will be shipped soon. And now we got a little bit of a surprise package, and there is definitely more than just vinyl in here. So let's have a look. There was more even. Ah yeah, there is a bit of press material, I guess. So this one is empty and goes away, or will be recycled if you order stuff off of my Discogs as well, the quality electronic music thing on Discogs I run. And I've added a pretty interesting CD yesterday, a library music CD done by the BBC Radiophonic Workshop, which seems to be quite sought after. So if you are into that, check the doobly-doos for a link. And the vinyl record we got here is in protective foil, so we're gonna have a look at that as well. So we're starting out with the CD first, which has been released on March 11th on the Out Records label. Filippo Sala, Mare. As usual, we're going in with the press info here, just to give you an idea what this looks like. 10-track CD, 44 minutes long, 43:58 to be pretty correct. A trio, which consists of Filippo Sala, Enrico Teragnoli and Danilo Gallo. I think Enrico Teragnoli, I've heard the name before on the Out Records label, but I'm not too sure. Music-wise, we got drums, percussion, electric guitar, podophone. Is that something you play with your feet maybe? Banjo, harmonica, maracas, electric bass, double bass, balalaika. So the classic Russian, I guess, instrument, or like Eastern European instrument, and a flute. Second album by Filippo Sala, once again created in close collaboration with his friends Enrico Teragnoli and Danilo Gallo. Continues the musical path of the first release, which was called Refugi, also on Out Records a few years ago. And it draws its inspiration from the oscillating movement of the tides, so we got an ebb and flow of sound, I presume. A natural phenomenon becoming a metaphor for dynamic and multifaceted music, whose elastic character is expressed through a fluid and evolving musical flow. So, but this is like not improv, this is fully composed, I guess. It slowly rises, then gathers energy, then recedes and is coming back, settling into moments of suspension and others breaking with full intensity. So, and fittingly, or suitably, the album artwork is a full cycle, which somehow is suitable for ebb and flow and for things coming full circle, I guess. So this is the album here, Out Records 148. Here is the full track list. And it's interesting, when I hold up the CD like this, I see the circle on the album and the ring light underneath it, which is a pretty nice picture. This is a kind of, what are those gemstones called, that are like hollow in the middle and have all these crystals? So this reminds me a little bit of those as well. Track names, we got Martin P, Moon, Crepusculo, Capio di Mato, Luglio, Mr. Winter, and others. There's a bit of information on the whole album here as well, so there's things to read while listening to the album. And I presume, once again, from the composition and the instruments, that this might be kind of jazz related, as a lot of the Out Records stuff is, for sure. And we got a vinyl album, which is interesting, and it's lovely that they are getting more into vinyl as well, because a lot of the music they do on Out Records, I find this would be probably even more interesting for a distributor to have on vinyl and for worldwide sales. But I don't know if they're a distributor or if they're doing all of their distribution work via BANDCAMP and their website and at concerts. So if you guys see this, especially Davide, let me know who's your distributor, who's the one who brings your music to Germany. And what we got here is also, well, let's have a look at the press info first, like we did with the other one. Out Records 145, a 5-track album, 44 minutes long as well, which is called Lines of Light, by a trio consisting of Sebastian Striening, Jakob Heinemann, and Norman Long. So this is a part German project, maybe, because the names sound a little German. And what we got here is the first meeting of 3 musicians, which are bringing together tenor sax, bass clarinet, double bass, and electronics. So this is an interesting part when like live instruments are meeting, like electronic music, electronic background, or processing. They have been meeting like a few times, I guess, over the years in other contexts, but never have played together as far as I can gather here. This has been recorded live at Elastic Arts in Chicago in October of 2024. 2 duo pieces and are on there as well, which were taped at the Marmalade Studio, probably also in Chicago. And this is, oh, not German, but Sebastian Striening, who is a re-edit, that word got me here. Of course, it's a reedist, like a reed player, like wind instruments and stuff. But I split this and was like re-editist. What? There was, I mixed that up. So Jakob Heinemann on bass and the reed player, they had their collaboration going in while exchanging stuff and touring. And Norman Long from Southside Chicago brings in field recording and sound synthesis and acoustic ecology into the orbit. So this is interesting. Acoustic ecology is a thing I haven't heard of a lot, so this might be an interesting experience to dive into, and has been working in the Midwest Society for Acoustic Ecology. So there's an institute for that, which is even more interesting. So if it's like an official academia thing, kind of, so I got to read up on that, what that is. And field recordings is the thing I like. For sure, prepared instruments and live electronics intertwine to form a shifting landscape of microscopic textures and paint transformations. So this could be on an ambient tip. Looks like this, if you can see this with the glare. Kind of seems to be kind of sponsored by some Swiss institutions. Hope this works and you don't see reflections of my neighbor on their balconies. And here are the Swiss institutions I've been talking about. There are logos on here, which are Luzern Plus, this is cultural support, and the city of Luzern, which is a major city in Switzerland, which has seemingly has a fund, like a fund for cultural projects. Cover is interesting as well. Not too sure what this is, if this is just a painting or if it's a structure that is found somewhere and which has been like re-edited and stuff. Artwork has been done by Davide Lorenzon, who is also running the label. And we got a vinyl record which looks like this. Lines of Flight, a trio release by Strinning, Long and Heinemann. The B-side of that looks pretty much the same. Maybe I can find out where this is. No, I cannot. No proper indication of the pressing plant here. At least not that I can like gather from the matrix. And also no info on the cutter, but it's a 33 RPM record, 3 tracks on the B side, 2 on the A side. One of those is rather extended. I'm going to review this as well on my website, baze.djunkiii. And we'll get into editing mode in a second to upload this video quickly, because there will be another one to come. So I'm catching up on promos coming in, and I will be starting catching up on reviews as well. Posted something on my website, NightStylesD, which has, I think I mentioned that, recently broke the mark of 1 million subscribers, 1 million views within like 12 months, and is on the rise still. So I'm proud of that. If you want to support the work I do there and with my labels and stuff, BANDCAMP of course up there. There is merch like this t-shirt as well on Spreadshirt, linked in the doobly-doos of course, also NightStylesDE merch and Intrudering recordings, hoodies and some other stuff. And I'm out now, gonna go into editing mode and probably find me some ice cream afterwards. So baze.djunkiii out, see you on the next one.